What if I told you that your favorite movie and your favorite car are basically born the same way? Both cost hundreds of millions. Both take years to create. Both can make or break empires. One builds machines, the other builds dreams. And both can fail spectacularly because of a single wrong decision. But here's the real twist: a movie blockbuster and a passenger car go through almost the exact same life cycle before they reach you. And once you see it, you'll never look at either the same way again. Every billion-dollar project starts the same way, with a question. For automakers, what kind of electric SUV fits the rhythm of city life? For Hollywood, what if the aliens we feared were the guardians we needed? From that single question, the race begins to define what this thing will be, who it's for, and why anyone should care. And this is where both industries enter their first shared battlefield, the market study. Will it sell? Who is the audience? Is the market even ready for it? Because a movie that comes too early is confusing. A car that comes too late is irrelevant. Timing is everything. And yet, some creators gamble everything on ideas no one believes in. Like James Cameron, who mortgaged his house to make Avatar. Or Elon Musk, who nearly went bankrupt building the Model S. Both were told, it's unbearable. Both changed their industries forever. Once the idea gets the green light, the blueprint phase begins. In cars, it's called concept development. In movies, it's pre-production. This is where imagination meets math. Designers argue over lines and curves. Directors argue over script, colors, and tones. Finance teams constantly ask, can we afford this? Every element, from a car's headlamp to a film's opening scene, is crafted to make you feel something. The aerodynamics of a car outline, the rhythm of a screenplay, both shaped to create flow. One through air. The other through emotion. And here's something mind-blowing. A single change in either blueprint can alter millions of dollars of outcome. Add a door handle or other feature? The car's weight, fuel efficiency, and crash rating might change. Add a character? The pacing, tone, and budget explode. Every choice ripple through the system, like dominoes falling for years before you even see the first trailer or test drive. Here's where dreams meet deadlines. In the car world, thousands of engineers synchronize every bolt, wire, sensor, and system across hundreds of suppliers worldwide. In film, hundreds of crews synchronize lighting, sound, and camera across multiple locations and time zones. And both face a brutal truth: nothing goes as planned. A single supplier delay can halt an entire vehicle build. A single lighting failure can derail $1 million scene. Everyone scrambles. The clock is ticking. And every tick burns money. This is where innovation either survives or dies. The Model S nearly failed here. So did Mad Max: Fury Road. Both were chaotic, over budget, and both turned into legends. But there's one more layer to this high-stakes process: secrecy. In the automotive world, the style, specifications, and cost of an upcoming vehicle are guarded like national secrets. And in movies, the story, script, and even a few leaked frames are locked down tighter than gold vaults. Because here's the danger. If even a small piece leaks early, if a car photo appears or specs leaks before its reveal, or a movie clip hits the internet, it can change everything. Without knowing the full story, social media and mainstream outlets start making judgments, creating either massive hype or total destruction. A single rumor can distort the perception before the real thing even arrives. And perception, especially today, is everything. The world doesn't wait for official launches anymore. It decides early, and once the internet decides, it's almost impossible to rewrite the narrative. That's why every great creation hides in plain sight, until the perfect moment to be seen. Here's something almost no one talks about. Both industries fight a constant, invisible war: intellectual property. Car companies file patents for their designs, algorithms, and safety systems. Studios copyright every line, every soundtrack, every character look. One unlicensed idea can destroy years of work. And one original idea, properly protected, can generate billions. Think about it: if Tesla hadn't open-sourced its patents, would the EV revolution have happened this fast? If Disney hadn't locked down Star Wars IP, how many space adventures would have stolen its thunder? In both worlds, creativity must be fierce, but also legally bulletproof. After years of secrecy and sweat, everything comes down to a single moment. Launch day. For automakers, it's the global reveal. For filmmakers, it's premiere night. Billions in investment. Millions of hours. Thousands of people. All for that instant when the public finally decides. Worth it, or waste of time? And here's the brutal fact: even if everything is perfect, the timing can still destroy you. A car that launches during a recession. A movie that premieres beside a Marvel blockbuster. Wrong week. Wrong weather. Wrong audience. Years of brilliance, gone. If the stars align and success happens, the game isn't over. It's just the start of the afterlife. Movies go to streaming, awards, spin-offs, sequels. Cars go to refreshes, upgrades, successor models. Both chase longevity, staying relevant in a world that forgets fast. Both evolve into ecosystems, brands, universes, identities. So, what's the secret link between a car and a movie? They're not just products. They're acts of synchronization. Every masterpiece, whether it moves on 4 wheels or 24 frames per second, is a symphony of thousands of minds beating in unison. And in that harmony of chaos lies the art of human creation itself. What if every product you see hides a story as complex as a blockbuster? So, what's the lesson in all this? A car and a blockbuster aren't just products. They're reflections of something deeper: the human capacity to dream, coordinate, and persist despite chaos. Both teach us that great creations don't just happen, they're orchestrated. That innovation is not about one genius idea, but about thousands of people believing in the same thing to happen. That timing, secrecy, originality, and relentless precision matter as much as creativity itself. And perhaps the real takeaway is this: if something looks effortless, it's because someone worked relentlessly to hide the struggle. What if every product you see hides a story more complex than a blockbuster? This isn't just about cars or movies. It's about the unseen blueprint behind every great creation, and the quiet perfectionists who make impossible things inevitable. Thank you.